Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Do you hear that noise, Liverpool fans? Do you hear that noise? That's the noise of the clock that is ticking on Jurgen Klopp's time at Liverpool. What's going on, Liverpool fans? It's Ahmet back again with a new video. I wanted to talk about the West Bromwich Albion disaster in the FA Cup, that we just had on Saturday. The start of the video, I just wanted to illustrate what is going on at Liverpool Football Club, and the time is running out for Jurgen Klopp. Seriously, you're starting to test our patience now, Klopp. You really are. You're starting to test my patience, and you're starting to test the patience of all Liverpool fans around the world. What is going on, man? We lost to Swansea. We said it was a blip. It's a one-off. A league match. It can happen to any team in the league. And then, he goes and loses to fucking West Bromwich Albion at Anfield, conceding 3 goals. This team can't even score any goals, West Bromwich Albion. They're in 19th position. They've hardly won a game all season in the league, since bloody August, I think it is, and they won a couple of weeks ago. And they've come to Anfield and, scored 3 times in the first half. 3 times. And they had 1 goal disallowed because of that, the VAR system, which I don't agree with. I don't want this shit in football anyway. VAR, this is all rubbish, Football is about humans, It's a human sport. We don't want robots in football. It's just going to ruin football. It's going to turn out to be like some, American football shit, basketball. We don't want this shit, Stopping and starting the game every 5-10 minutes. What is the point? It's going to, lose a lot of fans now, football, because of this system. But for the life of me, I don't understand what is going on, man. West Bromwich Albion coming to Anfield and winning in the cup. We were complaining about the Swansea game. This is even worse. And this was our only realistic chance of winning anything this season, the FA Cup. So you've got to take it seriously. You've got to put out your best players, and win the game, Jurgen Klopp. But what do? You keep changing the fucking team every 2 or 3, matches. Every match, in fact. Not every 2 or 3 matches. Every match you change the team, virtually. Players don't even know what position they're supposed to be playing in. They don't even know what formation they're supposed to be playing in. There's no stability about the team at all. It's just all over the place. It's like a Sunday League team, an amateur team, where, one day you get Frankie to play up front, and then the next match he's in defence, something like that. It's all over the place, man. What is going on? And you're supposed to be the manager of this club, Liverpool Football Club. Come on, Jurgen. Sort it out, man. Sort it out, or you're going to be out of a job. I don't want to have to agree with some of these idiots that come on the internet and start slating you, like some of the channels that they've got, the Football Terrace. The geezer on there, I think his name's Terry, or whatever his name is. He's made a 10-minute video, telling us why we should sack Jurgen Klopp, instead of concentrating on his own bloody team, his own bloody club, which is Manchester United. The shit devils, the red shit devils. You're not going to win anything, are you? What are you talking about Liverpool for? You concentrate on your own club, mate. Don't tell us what to do or what we should do. It's none of your business. You concentrate on Mourinho and the shit football that he plays. You think you're going to win anything this year, do you? You think you're going to win the Champions League, do you? Playing like that? Who's going to score your goals then? What, Anthony Martial? And you're relying on a 37-year-old Ibrahimovic to come back in the team and score goals. Is that your answer to winning the Champions League, is it? Win the FA Cup. I don't care if you win the FA Cup. You won it a few seasons ago. You're talking about major trophies, yeah? Major trophies is the European Cup and the Premier League. You're not going to win any of those, either of those trophies. So you need to pipe down and shut the fuck up. You mind your own business, yeah? You talk about your own club. We talk about Liverpool Football Club. The supporters of this club talk about Liverpool Football Club, not you. It's none of your business. Anyway, enough of that idiot. I want to get back to the game, Liverpool, man. Liverpool, what is going on? You've got to play better than that, you know. We started the game brilliantly. That's what I don't understand. It's like a contradiction. Every time we lose to these teams or we draw, we don't start the game well and we don't get the tempo right. But this time we actually went out there and scored after about 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes through Firmino with a great lob, you know, a great dink over the goalkeeper, a lob, as he saved the shot from Salah, and it comes back to Firmino, and he, you know, running onto the ball on the right side of the area, chips the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0, and the crowd is ecstatic, you know, everyone's happy. We're thinking we're going to do the job today, we're going to finish them off for once. But no, this is Liverpool. This is Liverpool. We have to press the self-destruct button after about, you know, a minute or so, and then they go straight up the other end and they score an equaliser through Rodriguez. Where is the midfield? Where is the defence? I didn't see any players in defence. He pointed through them like the bloody, you know, Moses through the river or wherever it was. He just pointed through them and went into the area and smashed it in. Rodriguez, whilst our defenders are just watching him going into the area and scored a goal. And then to make it worse, you know, 3 minutes later, or is it 2 minutes later, they get another chance passing the ball around as if they're, you know, a classy passing team, and they switch the ball to Rodriguez, who's in our area on his own again, and he just side foots it into the empty net, and it's 2-1 within the blink of an eye. Liverpool find themselves 2-1 down to West Bromwich Albion. This is not fucking, you know, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, United. This is West Brom, they're 19th position in the league. They can't even score any goals. Look at the amount of goals they've scored this season. What is it, 14 or something? 15 in the league in 20 odd games, 23 games or whatever it is. That's not even a goal a game. And they've come to Anfield and scored 3 times in the first half. You know, we get the penalty because of the VAR system, where they you know, the referee spots somebody putting Salah back in the area, and he goes and watches it on the monitor on the side of the pitch, and he decides it's a penalty. So you're thinking, brilliant, you know, get the goal, equalise, you know, score the equaliser, and we're right back in this game. We can go on to win it now, whether it be in the remaining minutes of the first half or the second half. But what happens? Mr. Firmino, instead of, you know, striking it low into the corner, he decides to lift the ball into the air, and it goes and smashes off the crossbar, and we miss the penalty. And then just to, you know, rub salt into the wound, a couple of minutes before half time, West Brom attacking again in our midfield, our non-existent midfield. Somebody loops the ball over to on the right side of our area, and he takes a shot, and it goes through the legs of Matip, the big buffoon. It goes through his legs, the ball, and it goes into the empty net. It's 3-1. You know, it's like a joke, man. What is going on, Liverpool? What is going on? You know, when is this suffering going to stop? Liverpool fans suffering. Every season we're living the same fucking nightmares. Every season. It's only one game. I know it's one game, but it's 2 games in fact. Swansea in the league, we can get over that. That's one game, you know, in the league. But you're knocked out of another competition now, the FA Cup. That's the only realistic, you know, piece of silverware we could have won this year. Now we've got nothing. Don't even speak about the Champions League. We're not going to win the Champions League, man. Come on. Don't be deluded. Don't trick yourselves. You can't win the Champions League with this team. It's going to take a miracle. You know, it's going to take for, you know, 3 or 4 of the big teams to, you know, not play well in the competition for you to even get to the final. We're only in the second round, you know, the round of 16 to play Porto. It's not as if we're in the final and we think we're going to win it. I've seen some deluded fans of ours on the comments section in, you know, some of the Liverpool videos on YouTube saying that we're going to win the Champions League with this team. You think that you're good enough to win the Champions League with this team, with this defence, with this goalkeeper in goal? Come on, man. Come on, have some common sense, you know. Have some common sense. Don't delude you know. Don't be stupid. Don't make yourself look like an idiot on the YouTube. Please, be realistic. You know, I've seen videos, I've seen Drifty's video from the Football Banter Show, I've seen Matt's video from the Football Banter Show, I've seen Gaz's video as well from the Football Banter Show. Shout out to them. They're talking the truth, man. What about the others? You know, the Redmen TV, still trying to, you know, still trying to be upbeat and giving us false, you know, hopes and false dreams. Just speak the truth about the owners, man. Redmen TV, your obligation is to speak the truth to the Liverpool fans. Stop taking the piss out of the fans. Stop taking the piss out yourselves, firstly. You know, Paul and Chris, I used to listen to them before. I used to watch their videos. I thought it was good, you know, going into the matches, the league matches we had, or the cup matches, to see their analysis of the game. But now they're just like a delusional bunch of, you know, paid soldiers, FSG soldiers, sticking up for the owners for some reason. We haven't spent money. What are you talking about? We spent money. The only big player you've bought is Virgil van Dijk, and that was too expensive. You know, with that money, we could have easily got some strikers in, some midfielders, creative midfielder, and the striker, which is a must now for Liverpool. Do not come out and say that we don't need a striker, man. Come on. You keep bigging up Firmino. Firmino's not going to do it every day, every week for Liverpool. He's not going to score, is he? He needs about 10 chances to score 1 or 2 goals. Sometimes he comes up with, you know, magnificent goals, like he did against City and West Brom. But he's not going to be able to do that every match, you know. The chances won't fall to him because he's not a predator. We need somebody in the area, like Salah. Salah played well. Salah's played well until now, but he's starting to lose his confidence as well for some reason. He's not playing as well, you know. He scored in the second half to make it 3-2, but it was in the area. It was a tap-in. You know, he just side-footed it into the net with about 10 minutes to go. The game was already over. After the goal, we continuously pumping the ball into the area, into the goalkeeper's arms. You know, we don't know what we're doing. We're playing amateur football. There's no structure to it. There's no, you know, players running into the area at the last minute, and then you're getting crosses into the area, causing havoc in West Bromwich Albion's defence. We wouldn't have been able to cause any trouble anyway because they're too big. They're defenders. Physically, they're too big for Liverpool's players. And you're trying to cross the ball into the area and get a goal. What are you doing, man? Come on, wake up, you know? Oh, man. You know, supporting this club is like bloody, it's like Jekyll and Hyde, as a former, you know, another video making Liverpool fan said before. It's like living with Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what's going to happen from one match to the other. What team is going to come out? What kind of performance we're going to get? Are they going to be up for it? Are they going to, you know, give it in after 2 minutes? It's just ridiculous, man. And it stems from the manager because Klopp doesn't know how to put a team together. He doesn't know how to make a defence, a solid defence. He doesn't give them this organisational structure. He doesn't give them the knowledge how to defend, you know, for crosses, for corners, for counter-attacks. His only fault is to score goals. All right, we're thankful for him, you know, the magic that he's brought to Liverpool Football Club. You know, the attacking football, the amount of goals we score. But what is the point anymore, man? If you're going to lose to these teams in the cups in the league, then there's no point to it. The shit teams. You know, Swansea and West Bromwich Albion are contenders to go down in May. They could be relegated from the Premier League. Do you realise this, some of our fans? Our deluded fans who think that, you know, it's a couple of games. It's not a couple of games. He's lost to Swansea 3 seasons in a row now. Check the results from 15-16, 16-17 and then 17-18. 3 times he's lost to Swansea in the league. He's lost to, you know, Burnley last season, Crystal Palace, Hull City, you know, various other teams, Southampton. You know, if we'd got through the FA Cup, next round we would have gone out anyway because Southampton. And that they want to get one over us because we keep buying their best players. We're going to end up getting them relegated one season because they're going to have no one left. We take all their best players, whether it be in the, you know, in midfield or in defence. They're going to be gone. They're going to be dropping down the league. But even they've got a better chance of winning a trophy now than us. Fucking Southampton, man. The Saints. And you expect us to accept this now. FSG as well, the Yanks, the supposed owners of Liverpool Football Club. What is your target? What is your ambition for Liverpool Football Club? Do you want to ruin the club? Apparently, they're trying to make us financially stable. I don't give a damn about financial stability. If you don't spend any money on the team, what are we going to win? What are we going to achieve in the season? The season's coming up. Or what have we achieved in the previous seasons since you've come into the club? Nothing. One trophy in 12 years. And that was a bloody penalty shootout against Cardiff. We could have easily lost that game to Cardiff. It was only because we managed to keep our heads towards the end of the shootout that we actually won the cup, the League Cup. Cardiff actually came back into the game, the final minutes of the game. They could have won it in penalties. I'm telling you. God's sake, man. And they keep telling us to be calm and to be collective. Have you not seen the rage on the internet? Have you not seen the fans going mental, going over the top, going ballistic because they can't accept it anymore, man? Liverpool fans, what do you expect of these people? These people go to the matches trying to support Liverpool Football Club. They pay good money for it. I don't go to Anfield. I live in London. I want to go to Anfield, but I don't even want to go there anymore. What is the point to go to Anfield? To see what? To see Liverpool get knocked out of the cup by West Bromwich Albion? Are you joking? It's not even worth it, man. It's not worth it for the local supporters who live in Liverpool to go to the match, let alone for me. But I've been supporting this club for 29, 30 years, Liverpool Football Club. I'm more hardcore than most people that go there now to Anfield. So don't tell me what I should be saying or what I shouldn't be saying. You look at what's going on the pitch, Liverpool fans, and tell me that this is acceptable. Tell me that we're in a good way. Are we in a good way? This is going to be his third season now, Klopp. Third season in charge, and he's not going to win anything. Because he doesn't use his bloody heads, that's why. Why do you keep changing the goalkeeper every game? Why do you keep changing the back four, the fullbacks? There's no stability, man. There's no, the players are not used to playing with each other. You keep changing the defenders. It's like you're taking a gamble. If it comes off, it comes off. If it doesn't, then we get smashed by West Bromwich Albion. We didn't even get smashed by a big team. If we get beaten by, let's say in the Champions League, by Real Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern, PSG, then I accept it. I say that these teams are better than Liverpool at the moment, in this moment in time. But this is West Bromwich Albion, man. Which Liverpool fan accepts losing to West Bromwich Albion? Nobody should accept this shit, man. Nobody. And it's just becoming ridiculous now, This is why I did the TikTok analysis at the beginning. The time is ticking now for Jurgen Klopp. The clock is ticking. No more excuses now. You have to put a run of games together now, from now until the end of the season. Start winning games, whether it be in the league or in the Champions League. But in the Champions League, we're only going to get past Porto. And then after that, it's going to be the same shit again. Pardon me. We're going to start, we're going to get knocked out of the competition. You're not going to get any further. Not with this defence and these goalkeepers. We can't. It's impossible. We're conceding 3 goals to West Bromwich Albion. Imagine what the other teams are going to do to us. The bigger teams, better teams in the world, European football. It could be embarrassment for Liverpool. Sometimes I just say to myself, it's better if we get knocked out now. I don't even want to say this, but it's better if we get knocked out by Porto, because I don't want to see any embarrassing defeats for Liverpool. Like a 5-0 again, like we did with Man City at the beginning of the season. It could easily turn into that again, That kind of performance. Mentally, they're weak, man, these players. The likes of Lovren, the likes of Moreno, the likes of Mignolet and Karius in goal. Mentally, they're weak. As soon as they concede a goal, they implode. We get run over. We get overrun by teams. They destroy us. Even shit teams, And this is at Anfield. We haven't lost at Anfield since last April, I think it is. And you've gone and lost to bloody West Brom Albion in the Cup. God almighty, what is going on at this club, man? And some of the fans seem to think this is acceptable. This is a blip, they say. What blip are you talking about? This blip has been taking place for 3 years since Klopp's been here. You know, the first season he came in, he had other priorities. He had the Europa League, he had the League Cup, he had a lot of games to get through in the season. We said it was normal because he didn't have the squad. He didn't have the players that he wanted, capable of, making a good run. So we gave him until the next season. Last year, he did pretty well until Christmas time. But after Christmas, we lost it. As soon as teams figure out how to play against us, how to block us off, our main players, then we can't get through them. It's like trying to drill through a wall, It's trying to drill through, like a prison. You can't do it. You go through one wall and there's another wall in front of you. Because we don't know how to play against these teams. You have to score early. You have to attack them early and score the goal early, and then you win the game, most often than not. But this time it was the complete opposite. We scored early, but we pressed the self-destruct button, not West Brom. I was thinking that West Brom are going to, keel over and just accept defeat against Liverpool, because their main priority is to stay in the league, the Premier League. So I didn't feel that they were going to come back in the game. But I went downstairs to get a drink. By the time I come up again, it's 1-1. And then I turn away to watch something on the television as I'm disgusted with the goal we've conceded, and it's 2-1 within the blink of an eye. 2-1 down in 12 minutes to West Brom Albion when you scored in the 4th minute. How can you say that this is acceptable at Liverpool Football Club? The amateur teams don't even do this, man. Amateur teams who play in the Sunday League. Come on, Liverpool Football Club. And it's even worse with the January transfer window coming to a close. Our manager is coming out in press conferences, Klopp, and telling us that we don't need to buy anyone. And he thinks that this team is going to achieve anything by the end of the season. I'm starting to worry about his mental health now, Klopp, honestly. Mentally, he's not right, He can't be right. If he thinks that this is good enough, if he thinks that this team is going to achieve anything, he sold Coutinho to Barcelona. They sold Coutinho. And to make it worse now, they sent Sturridge to West Bromwich Albion, the team that had just beaten us in the Cup, on loan. So who's our backup strikers then? Ings and Solanke. What is going on, man? This is like a bloody joke. It is. Ings and Solanke, you're relying on these two players to score goals. One is a bloody child. He's only just come into the club from Chelsea in the summer. He hasn't even found his feet yet. He doesn't know what he's doing at Liverpool. He's still not accustomed to the club. The other, Ings, has been out for 2 years with major injuries that have debilitated him, that have cut his speed down, He's not the same player that he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And you're expecting miracles from these two. What happens if something happens to Mane then, or Salah, or Firmino? We're done for. The season goes down the drain again. Do you realise this, FSG? Surely there's someone in the world, owners that can buy the club that are more ambitious than these idiots. There has to be, man. If Liverpool are not able to find owners that meet their ambitions, then we really have gone down the drain as a club, Liverpool Football Club. We really have lost it. What is the point in carrying on anymore, Every season we're just going to see the same thing now. Manchester City, Chelsea, United. Arsenal ain't going to win anything because they're shit as well. Don't listen to their fans. Even if they do buy Aubameyang, what are they going to do? They're going to try and get into the top 4. That's it. They can't even achieve that this season. Tottenham are behind us for now. But are they going to stay there, do you think, Tottenham? If they get a run together, a run of games together, they're going to overtake us. If they beat us at Anfield, on Sunday, then that's it. They overtake us. And they're not going to give it back to Liverpool, the 4th position. You wait and see. And then at the end of the season, our owners are going to come out and say, oh, we're going to strengthen now. We're going to spend 200 million, 250 million. We're going to get this player, that player. We're going to, give Klopp the tools to be successful. Come on, man. Don't take the piss out of us, you know. We've seen what you've done over the past 7, 8 years. You don't do nothing. In the summer or in the winter. What have you done? You've spent the money on Van Dijk and you've sent Coutinho away. Your most creative attacking midfielder who can score goals, who can set up goals. You know, the poor performance I saw against West Brom really disappointed me. There's no one passing into Mane or Salah anymore. They have to do the work themselves. They have to get the ball from midfield and then run into the opposition half of the field, into their area. When that should be done by a creative midfielder, by somebody in midfield who sets them up, who springs the team into attack straight away. You know, like a Naby Keita. When Keita comes in next year, this is what he's going to do. He's going to add to the team. But when he comes into the team, we might have already lost Salah. You know, Salah could be on his way to Real Madrid by then. God forbid, but it could happen. You know, these players, they want to win trophies. They don't stick around. It's not the old, you know, the old football where the footballers stayed with one club for 15 years. You don't get that anymore in football, especially with the foreign players. I'm not slating foreign players, but foreign players don't have any ties to clubs anymore. Unless they win trophies. If they win trophies, then they stay at the club. Then they want to keep winning trophies. They want to get better. But if you don't meet their ambitions, their targets, what do you expect? They're going to leave, aren't they? This is why Sterling left to go to Manchester City. He was too young, but he got his head switched, you know, by his agent. He wanted to leave, so we sold him. And look at him now, he's going to win everything, Sterling. It's just ridiculous, man. Liverpool Football Club in this situation again. How many times are we going to find ourselves in the same situation as previous transfer windows? And with these owners, they don't accept anything. They're not bothered about Liverpool Football Club. They care about their business. They care about their profit that they're making from the club. From the fans, you know, the Liverpool fans who keep ploughing the money into the club. But it goes to their pockets at the end of the day. Because they don't reinvest the money into the club, do they? You're not kidding me with the Virgil van Dijk signing, you know. That's one player in defence. We need multiple players. We need a new goalkeeper. We need, you know, maybe another centre-back. We need a defensive holding midfielder, a creative midfielder, and most probably a striker. So you're talking about 5 or 6 players need to come into the team again. It's not easy, I know. This is a lot of money in today's football, but you need to do it. This is why they give you 2 transfer windows, the summer and then, you know, the January transfer window. So you don't have to buy all the players in one go. You can buy them in the summer, 2 or 3, and then you can buy another 2 or 3 in the winter transfer window. And don't tell me that they don't have money. They have money. This club has money. They're the 9th richest club in the world. What are you talking about? They don't have money. You know, 9th richest in the world, in the entire world. So, of course Liverpool Football Club have money. But they don't want to invest. They just want to make a profit out of Liverpool. They care about their businesses in America, in Boston or whatever it is. Their baseball team, Red Sox, Boston Red Sox. I don't give a damn about Boston Red Sox, man. I don't even understand the game of baseball. What has it got to do with me? I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm a football fan in this country, in England. We play football in this country. We don't care about bloody baseball or basketball or this and that, American football. That's for the Yankees, you know. This country's main sport is football. And football clubs demand success. Liverpool Football Club demands to be successful. So if you're going to stay at this club, you reinvest that money and you buy players. Because if you don't, then you can bugger off. You can go. Sell the club to some Arab. Sell the club to some Chinese investor. I don't want it to be Chinese, but if we're going to get rid of these Yankees, then we might as well do something, you know. Sell it to someone who's got money, a lot of money, and then they can plough the money into the club, and then we can start, you know, winning things again. Because it's depressing, man. As a big club, Liverpool Football Club have to win something. It's been too long, you know, since 2012. And that was only the League Cup, you know. It's not as if we won the European Cup, the Premier League. It's the League Cup. It's the 4th choice of the cups. Every piece of silverware is good. But we want to be successful in this Premier League, in the European Cup, FA Cup. And we had a chance this season, but we've thrown it down the drain now. It's gone. Because of Klopp's stupid tactics, and he keeps changing players' positions, and he keeps changing the personnel in the team every match. There's no stability. There's no organisation. There's no, the team doesn't know how to function because they're not used to playing with each other. If you keep changing the lineup, the players, how are you going to get them to gel? How are you going to get them to play as a unit together? It doesn't work that way, Klopp. Come on, you're a manager. You're supposed to be a knowledgeable manager. I'm giving him until the Porto game. As one fan said on another video I saw yesterday, I think it was on YouTube again, a fan who called into, I think it was into the BBC radio programme, yeah. And he's talking, David I think his name was, and he's saying that I'm giving Klopp until the Porto games. If he loses those games and he doesn't do well in the 2 league games, Huddersfield and Tottenham, then he needs to be gone, in my opinion. I'm the same. I agree with David. Because it's not good enough anymore, man. What's going to change if he stays here until May? Nothing. When he's knocked out of the Champions League, he won't have anything to play for. It's just going to be dire from there on. From now until May, it's going to be dire football. We've got the World Cup coming up, so some of the players are going to start saying, "Oh, I've got an injury. Oh, I can't play today. I don't want to, tire myself out. We've got the World Cup." It's going to be another disaster towards the end of the season. We picked it up last year towards the end, after we went through that bad patch in January and February, that horrendous month, horrendous 6 weeks or whatever it was. But we left it too late to do anything in the league. We got into the top 4 by the skin of our teeth, by 2 points, by a 2-point gap over Arsenal. We just about made it on the final day of the season. No, 1 point in fact, not 2 points, 1 point. If we had drawn that game with Middlesbrough, that's it. The whole season is gone. All that effort, all that hard work goes down the drain because you can't beat the lower teams, the mid-table teams at Anfield. Again, come on, man. We need to be expecting so much more, Liverpool fans. This can't be allowed to go on with Liverpool anymore. This kind of season is not allowed to happen at Liverpool. Manchester United don't accept this, or Chelsea, or City. Why do we accept it? And we're bigger than all of these clubs, Our history states that we are bigger than these clubs, proves that we're bigger than these clubs. But, that's all we can speak about anymore. The bloody history. What we did 20 years ago, what we did 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Because in the last 10 years, we haven't done anything. We haven't won anything. We haven't achieved anything. We win against the big teams sometimes. We put in good performances. But it's not enough to make Liverpool fans happy. You've got to build a team that is consistent, that is able to win games in a row, like the old Liverpool sides used to do. This is why we brought Jurgen Klopp into the club. I'm starting to think that he was just brought into the club to keep our voices down, the Liverpool fans. FSG brought him in and said to him, we're not going to give you much money to spend on players, so you make do with what you've got, and try and get as high up the league as you can, with the resources that you have at your disposal. But this is as far as it can go now. If you don't improve on it, you don't add to it, then it's going to get worse from now on. And the people that were sticking up for Jurgen Klopp, were supporting him, are now going to start turning against him, the same fans, because what do you expect, man? These people pay money to go to the games. This is not a joke, This is a sport at the end of the day. Of course you're going to win, you're going to lose, and you're going to draw. But Liverpool should be winning the majority of the games in the league, in the Premier League. Our past demands this. Our success in the past demands that we're up there every season. We may not win it every season, the league title, but we need to be up there challenging until the final weeks of the season. This is what Liverpool Football Club is all about. Winning trophies, winning league championships, even winning European Cups, It's only, we won our last European Cup in 2005, 13 years ago, It's not even that long time ago. when all the other English clubs haven't done anything in Europe, apart from Chelsea, I think. And United won the Europa League last year, but that's the Europa League. That's nothing compared to the Champions League. Come on. There's a major, the major class between the two trophies. United's opponents last year were easy for United. They didn't actually play any good teams until the final. That's why they got there in the first place. Anyway, Liverpool fans, that's all I wanted to say. Please like and subscribe to the video. Make your comments in the comment section below. I would appreciate it very much if you tell me what I'm doing right and wrong. If I'm talking about the right subjects, the right, talking points. If I've missed anything out. Of course, we've got the Huddersfield Town game today. I've forgotten about that. But even that game, I don't care anymore because, what is the point anymore? I don't feel confident. I don't feel that we can go there and win the game tonight. Honestly, if we get a draw, I see that as a good result because at the moment, Liverpool are just looking dire. Performance-wise, we're looking very bad. If we come up with a victory, I'll be happy. I won't be over the top, I won't go over the top. It's Huddersfield Town at the end of the day. I'll be happy if we beat Tottenham on Sunday, which we probably will do because this is what Liverpool do. They lose to West Bromwich Albion or Swansea and then they go and beat Manchester City, Tottenham. This is what we've been doing last few seasons under Klopp. So, yeah, anyway, Liverpool fans, this is just my, video to talk about certain problems that we've got at the club and what's going to happen in the future, where we're going from here on. And I just hope that Jurgen Klopp gets it together because if he doesn't, then I'm afraid the Jurgen Klopp journey is going to end in May. It may even end before May because as soon as he starts losing a couple of more games, the pressure on him is going to be immense. There's going to be massive pressure on him. And he's going to crack under the pressure. You can tell now he's not happy anymore. Did you not see him in the West Bromwich Albion game at the end? He looked like a man that was defeated, defeated completely. Not one game. He's looking like he's not enjoying it anymore at Liverpool Football Club. And that's just my opinion. But I think that a lot of fans feel the same way. And if he doesn't sort out the defensive issues, the goalkeeping issues, then really, in the truth of the matter, there's no point in him being here anymore. I'm starting to think that we should have got Carlo Ancelotti, the Italian. We may not have played expansive football, but we would have been winning a lot of games. Trust me. We would have kept a lot of teams out, and we would have won those games. And we most probably would have been challenging for, other trophies, cups as well. Because Italian managers know how to defend. They know how to have a solid midfield. Spanish managers as well. The Germans are supposed to be the best at defending, one of the best in the world. But Klopp is just like, he's not even German in his style. He's more cavalier, He's like Brazilian going forwards. Brazilian style of football. But at the back, we're poor, very poor, Anyway, we wait and see what happens in the game tonight against Huddersfield. Hopefully, I'm praying to God that we win the game. For us fans, for the Liverpool fans, and for Jurgen Klopp's future. Because he's not going to be here forever. And if he doesn't realise that now, he's not going to be at the club forever. Even Dalglish, the legend of Liverpool Football Club, was sacked, for finishing 7th, 8th, And he won a trophy in his last season. Before he got the sack. He won a trophy, he won the League Cup. He got to the FA Cup final. But Klopp, he hasn't achieved anything. Top 4, I don't care about top 4, man. Top 4 is not a trophy. It's not nothing to be, to brag about. Arsenal have been bragging about top 4 for how many years? What have they won in Europe? Nothing. And they're not likely to win anything in Europe. They will never be likely to win anything. They don't have a good enough team. The same is going to happen to Liverpool. We keep killing ourselves. If we get top 4, we're going to get great players in. It doesn't work that way. Your owners have to be ambitious. If your owners are ambitious, it doesn't matter if you finish 8th. They will invest in the team. And they will buy the players needed to take you forward to the next level. It doesn't matter where you finish. It's all about the mentality, the vision of the owners. That's the most important thing in football. It doesn't matter where you finish in the league. Manchester City, look where they were 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Now look where they are. because of the people that are running their club. They're ploughing the money into the club. They're giving the manager what he needs. And then he builds a great team, an unbeatable team. Liverpool are the only ones that have beaten them this season. It's probably going to be that way until the end of the season. Or maybe in Europe they're going to lose. I don't see them winning the Champions League. But apart from that, they're going to be doing well in everything, City. Not only this season, but probably in the preceding 4 or 5 years. They're going to be a major force, you know. Manchester City, even United. They've got Sanchez now. I don't even want to support United, or I don't even want to big them up. You know, I despise of them. I hate them as a club. I hate their philosophy, the way they think that they're a big club when they hadn't done anything until the 90s. You know, they hadn't won anything until the 90s. They were nowhere to be seen in the English game, and then all of a sudden, Ferguson got them winning trophies, and now they think that they're one of the big teams. Chelsea even. Chelsea were nowhere for like 60 years. And Liverpool were winning everything, and now we're not winning nothing anymore. So it's just mind-boggling, you know. It's just mind-boggling. I don't understand what's going on. And yeah, God help us, Liverpool fans. God help us, and hopefully we start winning games again. And we can have a smile on our face, you know, when we go outside, when we go to work, or we do something, we can actually laugh about it. We can actually be happy in ourselves, in our own bodies, you know. Football is a game, it's a sport, I know, but we want to be happy daily, you know. I don't want to have to be coming on here and ranting to the fans every couple of days. It does my head in, and it's not good for the health as well. You know, my family, people that know me keep telling me, you shouldn't be doing this, you know. You shouldn't be upsetting yourself, but it's ingrained in me, you know. It's part of my life, Liverpool Football Club. I can't help it. I don't have any control over it sometimes. It's so within me now, the football club. It's part of my life, you know. And I want to see Liverpool doing well like we were before. Anyway, we wait to see what happens. We pray to God, and hopefully we become better. We start moving up the league again. Maybe we can get a qualification position, automatic qualification position for the Champions League. And if we can get past Porto, and we see who we get in the quarterfinals. But I don't see us going any further than that. Not with the players that we've got at the moment, anyway. So that's about it, Liverpool fans. As I said before, if you've got any comments, please make them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe to the video. My channel is Ahmet Gosa. Type in the name and it will bring you to my channel, and you've got all the videos there from previous games that I've analysed and I've talked about, and you know, various videos on our owners and this and that, Klopp, and what we need to do to become better, what kind of players we need to buy. And the lineup, I have no idea for tonight. God knows what he's going to do. He could do anything, Jurgen Klopp. We don't even know who he's going to play tonight. He keeps changing the team every week. So there's no point in even talking about the lineup. It's going to be either Mignolet or Karius in goal. And then the back line could be anyone. It could be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Could be Gomez. Could be Lovren, Matip, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson. The midfield will most probably be the Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jan and Wijnaldum, because Lallana's still injured. He's not going to get into the midfield. James Milner will probably be a sub again. I don't see him playing. Maybe Henderson. But Henderson, he's another disappointing player. He's nowhere near the player that he used to be, Henderson. He's nowhere near. So I don't see him changing anything. The midfield doesn't have any creativity, doesn't have any drive, any energy. Ox has energy, but he's not a clever player. He's not a smart player. You've got to have energy, pace, but you've got to have the knowledge how to play the game. You've got to know where to pass the ball, where to make a run, how to drag the opponent onto you, and then to get round them by the sides, you know, by the wingers kind of thing. So we wait and see. And then you've got Mane, Salah and Firmino up front, and probably Ings and Solanke will be on the bench because Sturridge is gone now. Good riddance to him because he's gone anyway, Sturridge. I don't care about Sturridge anymore, man. He hasn't contributed anything to Liverpool. What, because he scored a couple of goals last season? We're supposed to be thankful to him. Where was he for the entire season then? Where was he for the season before that? Nowhere. You know, he hasn't played well since the 13-14 season, Sturridge. He's been constantly injured. He's still been picking up the wages from Liverpool Football Club, and he hasn't added anything to the team. So I don't understand why some Liverpool fans are angry that he's gone. You should be angry that the owners haven't brought anyone in. That's the main point. Not because of Sturridge. Sturridge is nowhere to be seen anyway. He's no good. He's not going to do anything at West Brom. West Brom don't even attack. They attacked against Liverpool, but they're not going to do it every week. They're not even an attacking team. They don't score many goals. So I don't see Sturridge doing much at West Brom. He's just gone there to get a regular football. He's not worried about what they do anyway, in my opinion. I don't think he doesn't have any ties to West Bromwich Albion. And to be quite frank, I don't care what he does anymore. I care about the players that are here and the players that we need to add to the squad to become better, to become more successful. This is what, this is what we should be thinking about as Liverpool fans. Don't worry about the players that have left. Let them be. But because somebody leaves, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't buy anyone else. You should be always looking to buy new players, the owners, the manager. But Klopp's philosophy, it's not even his philosophy. I think FSG are just telling him that we can't buy anyone. So he accepts it, And what can you do with a manager like that, We thought that he would have the balls. He would have the courage to stand up to them. But it seems that he doesn't have the courage. And if he carries on being stubborn, and if he carries on, not buying anyone, not adding to the squad, and he relies on this group of players, then when it comes to May, he's going to be gone. He's going to be either sacked or he's going to, he's going to leave the club himself. So anyway, if that's the case, we move on. We get another manager, and we need to change the owners as soon as possible. We need to find new owners that are willing to buy Liverpool Football Club and sell the club to them, who will plough money into the club, and then we can buy players and start moving ourselves up the league again, start being successful. Yeah, God knows what's going to happen. We wait and see. So anyway, Liverpool fans, thank you for listening to the video, watching the video, and hopefully we beat Huddersfield tonight. We take it from there. See you later on.